welcome to the Super Bowl episode.
Yeah.
These are all being filmed in one day, okay? So my voice is only actually gone for one day, not a whole month. Thank you for your concern.
Period.
This is Nick and I'm Hannah. And this is Nick and McKinley.
Hi.
Hello.
And look what I can do.
It hurts every time.
You should be a doctor, Hannah.
I know.
That's what they do. That's
what
all they
Donnie
do.
told me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's terrifying.
So introduce yourselves. Which one's Nick? Which one is McKinley?
Hi, I'm Nick.
I'm McKinley.
Yeah.
We're the youth directors here.
We are the youth directors here.
And Hannah is our intern. So we get to work together
Woo!
all the time.
Yeah.
It's the best. And Hannah
Very
just,
fun.
ow, I
Did
just,
you hit the table? Hannah's hosting this entire month of the podcast.
yeah.
I
How's it feel?
am. Great.
That's awesome.
I just need a sip of water.
I'll let you take a swig. and then I want you to tell us what we're doing on the podcast this month.
The whole book of Acts.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And today we're on 16.
No.
9.
A week before that, yeah.
Today we're on 9 because it's the 9th.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Crazy.
Slay.
Yeah. So we're not at a house party this week, but we still
Clearly.
want to just like give some context to what's going on.
So Acts 9. Nick, do you want to summarize it a little bit?
Well, it's a
Tell us the drama.
pretty long the drama. It's a pretty long chapter.
Well,
I just read it.
split it up,
Um,
guys. Just
Yeah.
We'll talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
the whole book of Acts, we've kind of been reading about this guy named Saul,
Saul,
right? Saul. Yeah.
main character,
Main kinda I don't know.
supporting.
I mean,
lead.
he's one of the main characters in Acts,
Okay,
for
yeah.
sure.
Baddie number 1.
Oh, I thought you. Yeah, okay, yep. So Saul has been persecuting Christians. He's been putting them in jail. He's been killing them,
Oh,
and
not
he
bad.
is actually, yeah. Well, he is a baddie, but not like a baddie. He's like a bad guy,
One time, sidebar, I do screenshots of all of my texts throughout the years that are like really funny with no context, and one of them just says Paul is a baddie, and I have
Wow.
no context for who said that or why they said it. So if you're my friend and you're watching this and it was you, shout out to you.
So Paul has been persecuting Christians, putting them in jail, killing them.
Not
and
a slay.
He is on his way to go persecute more Christians, right? So he's on a road to the.
He's
to-
tweaking.
He's tweaking,
Speaking.
right? And he is
Crash
on the
out.
road. He's on the road to Damascus. Da-da-da-da-da. He's on the road to Damascus, and all of a sudden, a really bright light appears, and he falls
Wait,
down.
let me guess.
Yeah,
It's Jesus.
it is.
It's
Oh,
Jesus.
Very good, Hannah. So it's Jesus, and Paul's like, "What's happening? What's going on?" The voice comes out of heaven and is like, "I'm Jesus. Why do you persecute me?" And then he has this whole encounter with Jesus, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then he says, "You're gonna go into Damascus."
Oh, wait, but that's interesting. He says, why do you persecute me?
Yeah.
But he's killing other people.
Yeah.
That is interesting, isn't it?
Why do you think that he says that?
Because it hurts him. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
That's cool.
Okay.
And so at the same time that that's happening, I don't know if there's a bright light, but Jesus appears to another guy in Damascus named Ananias.
Oh, my.
Ananias knows who Saul is because he's heard about this guy who's killing Christians. And Jesus
Murder
is
on
like,
the loose.
murderer on the loose. Jesus is like, "Yo, Ananias, I'm sending Saul to you." I know, dude, right? So all of a sudden, Ananias is being told by God to be hospitable to the guy who he thinks is probably going to kill him, right? Isn't that kind of crazy?
Yeah. And also, when Saul meets Jesus, he goes blind,
Wait,
That's
yeah,
true.
back up.
which
back
is crazy because then
up. Wait. You jumped.
We jumped back.
we jumped back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. We're back to Saul on the road to Damascus. Jesus.
To kill.
Bright light. Oh my goodness, what is happening? And now he's blind.
Yeah.
And he
But
can't
he's
see.
probably not going to be able to kill him if he's
And-
blind.
Fair point.
Yeah, Jesus is like, you're going to be blind until you, what is it?
I forget. I can look it
Stop
up.
killing people.
something like that.
It said, Saul got up from the ground, but when he opened his eyes, he could see nothing. So they led him by the hand into Damascus. And for 3 days, he was blind, and he did not eat or drink anything. So then he gets led into Damascus. He meets Ananias. They hang out. I mean, they're not just like...
Does he not
chilling.
just try and kill him right away?
No, because Saul
This
doesn't...
is like rated
Jesus.
R.
He met Jesus. Yeah, so now Saul's life is completely different.
Right.
Yeah.
He met Jesus and Jesus blinded him.
So it's...
If I met someone and they blind me, I'm not like, they changed my
But
life,
it's-
but
For good, because then Saul
he can't see
realizes,
all the ugly things he does.
well, it's actually really kind of Jesus to meet Saul and blind him, because that's Jesus giving Saul an opportunity to change. Like, Jesus could have just come and been like, no, you're
That's
done.
true.
But instead, he's like, this is what you think your life is going to look like. And Saul thinks that he's doing the right thing, because Saul is Jewish and is a Pharisee.
And he thinks that that's his, yeah.
Yeah, he thinks that people that are following Jesus are wrong. And so he thinks he's doing the right thing, but then Jesus comes in, and in his mercy, instead of killing Saul, which he could have done, or punishing Saul some other way, he says, no, I actually have a different plan for you, and I'm going to do something different with you. Because when we come face to face with Jesus, our life automatically looks different.
Yeah.
It has to change.
So I did end up finding where Paul gets his sight back, and it's kind of cool. Saul, my bad. Spoiler alert.
His name
His name
changes.
Yes, so Saul...
Is our name going to change when we go to heaven? Am I going to be like Hannah? Am I going to be Anna?
No, I don't
I
think
don't think
so.
so.
Oh.
Because Paul's name also changes based off the location that he's in. Like, God doesn't say, like, now you can see again, and your name is different. Like,
Right.
it happens when he enters into a different geographic
It's like
area.
if you
Oh,
go to
go.
a different country and your name is different in their language.
So, like, my
I
name is
see.
Nicholas, but if I went to, like, Denmark, they might call me Niklaus. You know,
Right.
something like that.
I had a friend in college, were we friends? Named Niklaus.
I don't know.
Well, I said it, and then I
What
was
did
like,
I say
we never,
earlier? She
like,
doesn't
hung
have
out.
friends.
Yeah, you did say that.
But his name was Niklaus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay,
So,
he gets his sight back.
yes.
So-
When Ananias meets Saul,
Mhm.
he lays hands on him, and he might pray.
I'm
Yes.
acting it out.
No, he just says,
Yeah.
hey, the Lord has told me to meet you so that you can
Oh.
see again
Oh.
and that you can be filled with the Holy Spirit.
See, I knew it was good. I knew it was
Yeah,
something
yeah,
good. Yeah. He
So
gets
when-
his sight back when he receives the Holy Spirit.
Right.
Oh,
And
wait,
so then
that's
he,
crazy. He didn't even. Anna.
Ananias.
He did that to
Saul.
Saul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think
Yeah.
I would have killed him. I would have been
Right.
scared.
No, you would have been
I would have.
scared.
Don't look at me like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
That's understandable. And that's probably what Ananias
If,
was
like-
too.
Ananias was probably terrified knowing that someone who is
Yeah.
seeking to kill me is coming to me.
I mean, when you're in a bad mood, I'm scared. So I can't imagine a killer coming.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So imagine how much trust it would have taken Ananias in God to
A
be able
lot.
to receive that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ananias' life also changed after that moment because he was also face to face with Jesus at some point,
Yeah.
changed by the Holy Spirit.
So then Saul goes, at the beginning of chapter 9, he's on his way to kill more Christians. But by the end of chapter 9,
Wait. Oh. Yeah.
yeah, by the end of chapter 9, after this whole interaction with Jesus, after Ananias is obedient to God, he is actually like, he gets baptized, and it says he immediately starts preaching in the synagogues and just like sharing the gospel of Jesus.
The synagogues.
Like the churches.
Yeah.
Oh.
Temples.
Yeah.
That's so slay.
Yeah.
That is so slay, dude.
So that's Acts chapter 9.
Yeah.
And our big question that we want to leave people with, do you remember what the big question is?
No.
Uh-oh. I don't even know if I remember.
Wait, I do have a question. Backing up.
Yeah, which
Yes.
question?
You said that right away he started like preaching and stuff like that, but I feel like sometimes, like at least for me, like when I got baptized, I had like an expectation of like it was right away my life was gonna be different and I was gonna be doing all this, this, and this. But obviously that's not the case all the time. Like, would you say that's true? Like, just because you get baptized or something like that happens, it doesn't mean that like everything's gonna be like perfect, I
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people have different gifts naturally, like that they are born with or that they get or they like grow into. And so I think that one of Paul's gifts probably was speaking. And so it was easy for him to
Do that.
start preaching. Or like if you have a gift of like my mom's gift is hospitality, like is the best host you'll ever meet, so kind, always welcoming people into her home. And so like you can do that one way, and then when you start following Jesus, then you can shift your mindset or shift like how you use your gifts. And so getting baptized and starting to follow Jesus doesn't necessarily mean like I'm ready to start preaching, like put me on stage, I'll preach on Sunday, but it does mean that you can start to use your gifts for good rather than for yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great question.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That is kind of like one of the big questions we wanted to talk about was like when we have an encounter with Jesus, our lives can't look the same,
Mm-hmm.
right? So like how do you respond to that initial encounter with Jesus? And that's just the big
Yeah.
question.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
was like,
asking you specifically,
no.
but it's something to think about.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's it. Acts 9.
Acts 9.
Slay.
Another thumbnail.
Who do you think is gonna win the Super Bowl? Well, we don't even know who's in the
We
Super
don't even
Bowl right
know.
Yeah.
It's going to be really embarrassing if the Eagles are like not in it or like losing. Behind the
now.
curtain.
I'm gonna cheer for whatever team
Today's
you're
January
not cheering
20th.
for. So I'm gonna do the opposite team.
That's nice of you.
I know.
Okay, bye.
See
Okay,
you
bye.
guys.